All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another edition of our weekly real estate backstory, where we expose the soft underbelly of the real estate world and kind of how we see things in the real estate market here in the Atlanta area. So my name is Alan Rich. I'm the managing broker at Maximum One Realty and Realtor Partners. This is my lovely bride and partner.
My name is Ming Richardson. I am the compliance broker for Maximum One Realty and Realtor Partners.
So we're glad that you joined us today. So we really appreciate it. We like to start off every week this way, and we hope that you enjoy that as well. So we love providing this content. We hope you find it very, very useful. So training we got going on this week. We have 3 CE classes coming up this week. I have 2 on Tuesday and 1 on Wednesday. On Tuesday at 9:30, we have 2021 contract review, GAR versus RE forms. You can probably speak to that better.
Dana's actually teaching that. So Dana's extremely knowledgeable, and she'll point out the difference between GAR and RE, just so you guys understand what, when you get a contract, there is some slight differences. And don't assume because you've been writing a GAR contract that RE is exactly the same. It's not.
No. Just enough to make it really confusing, which is great. On Tuesday, also at 1, we have the ultimate listing. Marcy's teaching that. And on Wednesday, we have our very own Jake House out of the McDonough office going to be teaching VA loans, what you need to know as an agent. Excuse me. So that is our CE coming out for this week. We also have Tech Thursday happening, and we have accountability on Tuesday as well. We kind of want to start off this week and try and get us to go back to the basics. If you aren't focused on helping your clients buy and sell homes, you're losing, the big picture here. We really need to be brilliant at the basics. In the past week, we've just had so many folks that have come to us in chasing the shiny penny. This new system, this thing over here, these people over there. And honestly, I'll be real, just straight up, everybody has their hand in our pocket. Everyone is trying to get a piece of us. And that
Absolutely.
is, and honestly, at the end of the day, this is about relationships. 80% of realtors get 80% of their business from people they know and people that know them. So this is about relationships. And so even though, this is the age of technology, there's so much going on right now. There's a lot of different ways that we can interact and engage with our clients. Please don't lose focus on the fact that really it's about relationships and it's about engaging. You want to increase your business, take your phone out, start calling and texting everybody that you know. That will immediately improve your business. We see that happen again and again, like especially when a new agent comes and joins us, their production normally really shoots up because what do they do when you change companies? You call everyone hey, hey guys, I'm with Maximum One now. Just wanted you to know if you know anybody. Oh yeah, I got a cousin, my friend, my neighbor's uncle, sister's hairdresser. That kind of stuff starts happening. But it's because we engage and reach out. So please be brilliant at the basics. So we just kind of wanted to jump into that one. NAR released some new information on the state of our market. In case you didn't know, real estate's on fire. We're doing really, really good.
We are.
So, basically, as fast as new listings are coming up, overall, home prices in the U.S. are up 14% over a year ago. Inventory is down 26% from a year ago. We stand at 1.9 months of standing inventory. Now, especially in the Atlanta area, 6 months of inventory is a flat market, meaning that the number of buyers and sellers match. And so we're at 1.9. So we're basically, 2 months
really
and we need
short.
6. Yeah, we are low in inventory.
We're 4 months short in inventory, basically.
Yep. Properties typically remain, overall as a nation, properties typically remained at 21 days, which is down 43 days from last year. And first-time buyers actually increased, which is great. Okay, we know that more and more millennials are moving into the housing market, and so 33% of all new homes or all buyers were first-time buyers, over a third. And so we're seeing that continue to. We're honestly going to see those numbers continue for the next 4 to 5 years because the average median age for the first time buyer is 33 and the average millennial is 28. And so as they continue to age, there's going to be more and more millennials moving into the home buying market kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Now, when it comes to here in the South, here in the South, we have some numbers on there. Existing home sales increased 3.5%, 3.2%, I'm sorry. That is up how much?
25% from last year this time.
Okay.
Guys,
25%. That's
we're not earning 25%
nuts.
more.
No, but that's how much sales are up.
I know.
Not value. I mean, now home prices were up 14%. Now that's the one that we can't maintain, but we are going to start. The good news is in March, April, we're going to start coming up with we saw some big price increases starting in March, April. So once we get back around to March, April, that's when we're going to start seeing much more modest increases over last year, that kind of thing, if at all. So, here in the South, our median sales price is $263,000 kind of thing. And sales are doing really, really good. But, the one challenge that we're seeing right now that also came out with this study is that 40% of our buyers are getting outbid, and they're in a bidding war. And so, but now what we are seeing is that even though they're in a bidding war, it's not turning off as many people as you might expect.
Right.
And the biggest piece of this is that when you set your expectations with your buyers and you prepare them for what they're going into, for being in a bidding war, we're seeing much more realistic offers. We're not seeing a whole lot of, wow, let's just try it 20,000 under asking, because that ain't gonna fly, right?
No, it's not.
So, we are seeing that's going on, but how do you fix that? You really have to, your clients have to put their best foot forward right from the beginning. Hey, let's try this. Hey, let's see if we can't get a deal here. I'm just being real honest with you. There ain't a whole lot of deals out there, kind of thing. And if they are a deal, there's probably a reason. So, if we will, really talk about what to expect with our clients, depending on the price point is really where it's going to come to be. The higher the price point, the less competition there is right now in our list, especially in the Atlanta area kind of thing. But, that's also very dependent on the actual market itself. But overall, we got to set expectations. 40% of our offers are going into a bidding war. If you're not preparing your clients for that and you haven't told them up front, guess what? Shame on you. That's going to affect you.
And what happened is that you will be showing multiple homes, writing multiple contracts. At the end of the day, being outbidded, that's a lot of time, effort to spend on a client and not giving them the right information and allow them to make that decision. Because, to be honest with you, your client might surprise you and tell you, hey, listen, I don't care about this. So we want to get this, and here's my parameters. So when you have that conversation, straight, honest conversation, and if the buyer is still insists lowballing, they'll find out very shortly they're not going to get the bid.
Yep. All right, back into the real estate world here, mortgage rates rose to a 3-month high this past week. Mortgage rates hit 2.81%, and so that is a 3-month high. Now, that's not like the huge red flag, like, oh my gosh, 2.81, that's amazing. That's
it's
still a really great
low
rate. But the thing is that any time that there is a rate increase, we have to understand that one, that's gonna make the news because it's going up. The other thing is that it really does hurt our buyers' buying power. We were at, 20 percentage points, 0.2 of a percent is how much the rates went up in over the course of the last week. So, that really does over time really affect our buyers. So we are recommending that our folks are getting locked in. I don't see it really going.
Yeah, I don't think the rate's going to be
fluctuations, but
I don't think the rate's going to be really huge in fluctuation, but it is slightly higher than what it has been.
And we're going to continue to see that.
See that forward as well.
Right. So, but the crazy thing is that even though that we are in this, troubled economic times and all this kind of stuff, not so much in real estate, but guess what? Credit scores are improving right now. And so at the beginning of last year, the average FICO score was 703, and now it's 711. So we're seeing where folks are really taking their credit very, very seriously, kind of thing. And it continues to rise and move forward. So, one thing that we wanted to kind of talk about real quickly is one thing that we think is a great thing to reach out on social media, talk to your clients, send out emails to your folks, is how do they raise their credit score? We need to know I firmly believe that we stay in our lanes. Absolutely. We definitely need to stay in our lanes. We are not lenders. But that being said, we need to have some really good basic knowledge, kind of thing.
We also talk to our lender and ask them a lot of questions in reference to how can we help our client, because at the end of the day, if the client can't qualify, there's no deal. And so the lender's more than happy to work with us and letting us know, hey, this is some of the basics and these are the outline they gave us.
Yeah. So what are 7 of the steps that we need to be communicating with our clients to help them raise their credit scores even higher than the 7 or 11? And so the very first one, huge deal, right? Like this one's going to be just mind blowing. What's number 1, man?
Pay your bill on time.
Ta-da! Right? Like wow. I mean, that's shocking, Alan. I had no idea I needed to pay my bills on time. But we just need to talk to our clients. Like, listen, when you have late pays, that hurts. You've got to pay because they're keeping track of everything done every month, kind of thing. The second one is try and keep an eye on what your credit utilization rate is. And what that means is how much credit do you have versus how much credit are you using. So if you've got a credit card, and that's the only credit you have and you're maxed out, that ain't real good. The highest credit scores only have around a 10% credit utilization rate, meaning that they have 90% of their credit available. That's what the highest scores are. So seeing what percentage of your credit you have, some folks will be like, well, I closed these credit cards because I wasn't using them. Well, guess what you just did? You hurt your credit utilization rate, because now you have a much higher percentage of your credit based on percentage is much higher, kind of thing.
So basically, where you used to have, like, for example, $50,000 worth of credit, and when you close out 2 or 3 of your credit card account, and now you only have $25,000.
Yeah.
So what happened is that whatever balance you currently have on that one credit card bill counts more percentage-wise than on the average of 6,000. And that's why when you close your credit card, it does hurt you, believe it or not.
So the third one is leave old debts on your report if you paid them on time. It doesn't really hurt you. Like if you show that you've got this, let's say you got a car payment, and all the payments were paid on time. Can that come off? Sure, it's not really relevant anymore, but that's a great thing for folks to see when they're looking at giving out credit, kind of thing, to you, kind of thing. Number 4 is take advantage of any score boosting programs. Experian, TransUnion, they all have score boosting programs. And really what happens is they reach out and they'll link your account. And now new forms of credit and payoffs will show up, because if you do the credit boosting programs, they're going to reach out to your utility companies. They may reach out to landlords. And so if you've got good credit or even a lack of credit, taking advantage of the credit boosting programs, most of them are free. Take advantage of all the free ones that are out there, kind of thing. Number 5.
Only apply for credit when you need it. Don't apply just because the department store you went to say, hey, we like get 20% off on your first purchase with Belk or one of those department stores. Don't do that, okay?
Yeah. We've actually seen where people have lost their house because they went and got a Home Depot credit card and made to get $20 off, kind of thing, for stuff. So truly only apply for the credit when you really do need it. Number 6 on your list is to be patient. Now, this is not something you really need to do. It's just something that this is not a short-term thing. No one's going to be like, you know what, I'll have your credit fixed next week. It doesn't work that way. So you have to be patient. You have to really continue to be very consistent in what you do. And that ties into the last one, and that is monitor your credit. It's so easy. There's a lot of places where we can go and check. You can get a credit report for free from all the agencies, from the 3 major credit agencies. There's several free credit services out there to where we can monitor, and just being knowledgeable about that helps you keep up with what's going on.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So let's talk about the economy. So retail sales jumped 5.3% last month, which is, they were only expecting a 1% jump in retail. And so retail went through the roof. I mean, nearly 400% improvement. And so that is a really good sign for the economy.
Where did the money come from?
Well, there was, the $600 stimulus check is probably a big piece of that. But if you look at what businesses really have performed, non-store retailers, Amazon, that kind of stuff, are up almost 30%, 28%. 22.5% increases in sports, hobby, musics, and books, because we're spending more time at home. And another 20%, 19% is in gardening and building, that kind of stuff. So, that's where the really biggies are kicking off. And speaking of builders, the North American Home Builders Association, we've had a couple of months where the confidence score has dropped. Well, this past month, it actually went up again. Mainly due to strong
buyer demand.
Yeah, strong, exactly, kind of thing.
So,
but one of the, you may see that housing starts were down. Okay, you might say that they were actually down a little bit. I'll share this with you as well, kind of thing. But you can see that for January, the construction reports, yes, single family starts showed being down 12%, and that's the number you'll really see. But when you look at single family permits over last year, up 30%. Single family starts over last year, almost 20%. Single family under construction, 16% up. Single family completions, 14% up. So when you compare month over month, sometimes those numbers look skewy, and you may see people that maybe see is the wrong word.
It's like giving a set of data without the history behind it, or understanding the history behind it. So, when people spewed off data, you need to look at what the trend is as an overall projection versus just that one particular month versus the.
That's a big thing. Yeah. And a lot of times, like you watch any of the news, it'll be like single family starts are down 12%. You're like, hold on, new construction is really in pretty good shape, kind of thing. One of the big challenges for new construction is that lumber is through the roof right now.
It is.
Lumber prices reached $1,000 per 1,000 board feet, which is like a big benchmark for them. And
that's double the price just 3 months ago, y'all.
Yeah, in 3 months, the lumber prices have doubled. So building new construction right now is more expensive, kind of thing.
And I know a lot of builders are screaming because right now the appraisal are not meeting. And the builders got to make up the material costs because it actually has gone up that much.
So on national news, the Biden administration has extended forbearance and foreclosure protections through June now. My personal feeling, this has been extended multiple times. I think it'll probably get extended again. Until we really see the labor market improve.
And the COVID not being such a threat.
Right. So, right now it's through June 30th is where forbearance and foreclosure protections. It wouldn't surprise me to see this thing get extended again all the way through the end of the year.
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me. So, for those folks who are struggling, they still do have to reach out. This is not an automatic extension.
Yeah.
But we just got to make sure that we're communicating with our folks and sharing with them, kind of thing.
And make sure you talk when they are ready to sell. Make sure that they have an opportunity to talk to their lender, understand if they are in forbearance, that what is their options.
Yep. All right, I want to share with you. This is a 3D printed house. It's for sale in New York, and so it's 1,400 square foot. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a 1-car, with a detached garage, kind of thing. But this is, well, that one actually is attached, yes. But this is what a 3D printed house. And you're like, well, what is it printed with? Concrete. They set this big rig up, and it goes around, and it actually pours all the exterior walls, it's all done. Within a matter of days, the whole house is printed, and we're gonna see more of this. And I just wanted to kind of share with you guys about what is kind of coming on the market. We are going to see a lot more of this kind of thing coming forward. You can see each one of those little ripples in the side. That was just another pass of the machine going around.
Yeah, it's just a machine making that pattern.
Yep. And so we're going to see more and more of this. Now, this is actually, I believe, in New York. And so we don't necessarily have anybody in Georgia doing it yet, but it ain't gonna be long. And we're gonna start seeing this thing. And honestly, really kind of it's time for some new technology to really jump into construction and help us with the costs.
Like any new technology, we don't know what, I guess, defer maintenance or how well it'll hold up and stuff like that. But it is a concrete material.
It's made out of concrete.
So concrete typically tend to last a lot, just like hardy plank, siding, which is made of concrete. So it's a different type of method thinking, but I think the end result.
Well, right now they're coming in at around half the price of traditional construction.
If you think about labor and framing and stuff like that and liability, this is something very interesting.
It is going to be coming forward.
Yeah.
So for my realtors out there, RPR is new and improved. So RPR has been reimagined, redesigned, and rebuilt because we're all about the R's here in the realtor world. And so the new RPR has a new, cleaner interface. The homepage is much easier to navigate then, and it has a new set of search tools. Just so you know, I'm teaching RPR, the basics of RPR, on March 11th.
It's a great class, y'all. If you are a realtor member, I highly encourage you to take that class, because not only can you do comps here in Georgia, you can do comps outside your state.
Yeah.
If you for referrals and stuff like that, at least you can talk to your client and or siblings or family members, and understand and help them find a realtor on site that can market the property where it needs to be.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So moving forward, we want to talk about what we feel is one of the most overlooked seller groups right now. And that is our baby boomers, 55 plus homeowners. They're living in their big houses that they brought their families up in. And most of them are wanting to downsize as they get older, kind of thing.
Yeah.
In the US, there's like 71.6 households. Baby boomers make up about a third, 33% of all households in the US are baby boomers right now. And so the boomers have not been wanting to move with COVID. And so as we see COVID restrictions easing up, we really feel that is going to be one of the greatest opportunities for us to continue or really to be prospecting right now. You need to be building relationships with boomers, and we need to lose the whole okay boomer thing.
Right.
I'm right there. Okay. And so I got you.
No, we're not moving.
We're not moving. Don't. Yeah. Well, I'm not a boomer. I'm really close. Okay. So, but that being said, do understand that the boomers are a great opportunity for, and it's about the relationships that you're building now. It's not about trying to jump into the, talking to your boomers, 3-6 months from now kind of thing. You need to start working on building those relationships at this moment kind of thing. So I am going to share again. So this is, these are the top searched interior design styles by state. And so guess what? The #1 design style search for in the state of Georgia is?
Rustic.
Rustic. We like rustic here in the big GA kind of thing. But overall, nationwide, the #1 top searched interior design style is industrial. Followed by vintage, Chevy chic, then mid-century modern, not a big favorite of mine, and then rustic, minimalist, rustic, urban modern kind of thing. It's kind of funny. A lot of our offices are kind of that industrial design, so we're kind of hip into that as well. Overall in the South,
shabby chic.
Shabby chic is the big thing in the South.
Shiplap. Just kidding.
Okay, I do like shiplap. The West is minimal. The Midwest is industrial. The Northeast is vintage kind of thing. So it is, it's kind of differs. But here in the South, the thing that rules the roost, that's shabby chic kind of thing. So I want to talk really quickly about Zillow and a couple of things about Zillow. So one thing is, yes, we all know that Zillow has bought showing time, and that has created just a whole lot of folks getting just all antsy. They don't want to do showing time, that kind of stuff. Showing time has all kinds of rules and regulations written in their bylaws, and they're not going to be able to start pulling data out of it, that kind of thing. And don't get me wrong, I don't trust Zillow. I still remember when Zillow was, we'll never be a brokerage. Yeah, we're never going to do this. We're never going to do that kind of thing. So I'm not trying to say that I trust Zillow, but we are required to be really smart when dealing with our clients. And so honestly, showing time is a really good benefit for our clients. And our clients really, really like that. And so I do know that there's going to be several competitors coming in the market just because there's a lot of folks wanting to see other things. But honestly, we have to take care of our clients. One other thing that falls into that category is Zillow 3D home tours. Now, you may say, well, I don't want to do anything with Zillow. Okay, that you can say that all day, but like we did a non-official study, and so on our last listing, we did a Zillow 3D home tour. It didn't cost us anything, and actually our photographer Brad Zimmerman, he took care of it for us. He knocked the whole thing out and did it. And I want you to know that our home searches for that property were up 400%. Over other similar homes. So I'm all about I don't advertise on Zillow. I'm not paying Zillow money, and I'm if you do, I'm not knocking you if you are doing that. What I am saying is that there's a lot of free tools and services and things that we can do that benefit our client. You may not like Zillow, but a third of all real estate searches start on Zillow. And if you're not having a good presence on there, well, you're just shooting yourself in the foot and you're not doing your clients any benefit either there. So do look at the 3D home tours. They don't cost anything. They're a nice benefit for your sellers. And we're just in the home tours, it will blow up your exposure when you do it.
Absolutely.
It did for us, kind of thing. So also there's a new report out from Open Door. And so, one not shocking thing that came out is 7 in 10 sellers said that they consider selling to an iBuyer. And I don't think that that's anything earth shattering, because I think we see a lot of that going on right now, but that doesn't mean they're going to take that offer.
They'll consider it. And what happened is that right now, what I'm seeing is that as soon as the house hits the market, iBuyer, Open Door, does this blanket drip marketing campaign say, hey, thank you for inquiring about selling your home with Open Door. Give us some information. We'll give you so is there a part of the drip marketing campaign to any new listing? So be aware, listing agent is not really an official offer. It's just that is there part of their drip, trying to get the inventory, trying to get the seller that are not as educated about what the market's going, and they think, oh, cash deal, we're going to close in 30 days, and therefore I need a cash now. So it fits the bill for some people, not everybody.
Well, the other thing that came out of that study that I found very, very interesting is that 75% of our buyers will consider purchasing a home through an app. And so many of us are not utilizing our apps. All right. 3 out of 4 of our buyers want to use an app to find their home and buy their home, and we are not sharing our app. This is why the iBuyers, the Zillows, these kind of guys have huge market share, because we're not sharing our app. So even if you don't have your own branded app, then at least use your HomeSnap app, those kind of things. Take your data back on that.
Right.
One other issue that we want to talk about, we talked about Zillow a moment ago, but we also have to be a little bit, there is some issues going on right now with the coming soon and with Zillow. So we've had some agents that listed property under coming soon, and Zillow has been reaching out to their clients and showing how to change listing agents, kind of thing. And so we have a real problem with that, and they've been reported to GREC as well as several other state agencies right now. But that is a big concern. All of a sudden, it seems like Zillow went out and targeted. Now I don't have 100% of the details, but what we can see is that Zillow was targeting coming soon listings, kind of thing, and then reaching out to those sellers through their site, kind of thing, because a lot of sellers, the seller's information is on Zillow, and they see that a house is listed as coming soon. They're reaching out and saying, well, just so you know, this is how you change, if you're not happy with your listing agent, we can submit an offer. And we find that just completely unethical. So, and I think that
there's a violation of license law.
There's a huge backlash out there for them, but that is something to be considerate of if you are doing coming soon. It's something
agents
that we've been
right
very
now,
concerned.
I would not do coming soon simply because inventory is so low. If you price a property right, I can guarantee you'll have multiple offers today.
Yeah.
So,
if you would like some me time, after a real estate backstory each week, we just kind of fire up the Zoom. You can go to max1.rock/chat, and we're just here to kind of chat. So if you guys need anything, need some me time, answer any questions, talk about things that we talked about on here, please, after the I don't know what we call this, the video cast, after the backstory each week, we're just going to kind of make ourselves available, answer questions, be around, and just have a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
And honestly, sometimes it can be just a particular scenario situation, honestly, and that you can't get a hold of people or talk to. But at the end of the day, we can give you what we know, but you still need to consult your broker because they're the one who holds your license and also your errors and omission.
Yeah. All right. Well, if we can be of any service, please let us know. Call, text, smoke signals. We answer it all. We hope you guys have a great week. We love you. We appreciate you.
Happy Monday.
Woo! Bye, y'all.
Take care.